Hi, people, and welcome back to Conversations with a Naija Girl, where I give you guys tips and budgets and every single thing you need to know about different locations within and outside Lagos State so you can go on travel and tourism by yourself with your mindset rest assured. If you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Just click on the subscribe button, and if you're a returning OG, I love you. Okay, anyway, what are we doing today? Now we're back from Ghana. Yes, guys, we're not doing a Ghana vlog again. I hope you guys enjoyed the Ghana vlog. Right now, we are back, and I decided to help out with some tips which people actually do ask a lot, because people see you going out a lot or see me going out a lot, and they want to know what it is I do or how I'm able to afford this lifestyle. If I tell you guys how much I earn, you guys will laugh because it's ridiculous to the amount of the amount of outings I actually go for. But there is a trick to it, and so I'm here to share that trick with you guys so you guys are able to do the same thing by yourself without having to spend so much money on it. So yeah, let us dive right into it. Okay, so there's a reason why I'm actually doing this video. I got a question on TikTok recently, and to be honest, when I first saw it, I was a bit offended. Like, oh, why do you want to know? Because I feel like people just assume that you're either a trust fund kid, a sugar daddy's bankrolling you, or you are rich. Maybe your work is like some serious tech bro money that you actually have, which is why people actually keep on coming and asking, what do you do and whether or not they can follow you. Please stop asking me if you can follow me. You can't follow me, guy. I can't pay for you. Okay, but seriously, guys, this is what people keep asking me, and so I thought to myself, why not just give people an idea of how it is done so that they can actually do the same thing. And I know it's a bit difficult in this Jagaban economy, and I actually know, because it's actually a lot more expensive and even a lot harder now than it was then. But I'm still going to give you guys the tips so you can like help out. So there are two parts to this. Number one is, how do I get the time? And number two, or how do I make the time? And number two is, how do I get the money I spend? So let's talk about how to make the time. Now, personally, I am a digital marketer. That's what I do for work. And I work remotely, which means I work from my house, which means I don't have to go to an office, which means I can go out during the week if I want to. I can go out at any time during the week if I want to. I can randomly travel if I want to, because of the fact that my work doesn't need an office location. They don't need to physically see me. As long as I'm virtually present and my tasks are done on time, it is completely fine, right? And so remote workers, it's really easy for us. You don't need to take your 30-day leave. Honestly, you can literally be a digital nomad and just travel and work. But for people that do 9 to 5, it might seem impossible, but I'm telling you that it's actually very possible, because I've done a 9 to 5 before, and I do know that it's possible to actually make out time. Now, there are two things you can do. And even with the fact that I'm a remote worker, I actually don't go out during the week. And I'll tell you what I do. I actually work like a 9 to 5. I actually do my outings like a 9 to 5. So what you can do is, number one, you can either go for these things after work from in the evening. Now, if for example your work is on the island and you're coming back to the mainland, you guys know that persistent traffic from island to the mainland after work, right? You can take advantage of that and stop by restaurants after work to actually go and get your stuff, like go and enjoy the ambience. There are a lot of things that go on during the week. Before you guys think it's only weekends that things happen, there are a lot of things. Restaurants do a lot of things during the week, so you can still go there and actually go and have fun. The second one is that you can decide to just say, on a Saturday or on a Sunday, I'm going out to go and enjoy my life. Go to a nice restaurant or go to a nice place. Just decide that, or go for all these activities. This November, December, there's so much going on, so many festivals, so many activities going on. So you can go to one of those places on a Saturday or on a Sunday. It's weekend, and I would advise you guys to actually take charge of your weekends, because sometimes work wants to give us so much, keep us so busy that we don't make our time. We don't actually ever have time to actually go to all these places because of the fact that you're even working on Saturdays and Sundays. But I advise you guys to at least take one day out of the weekend to actually take care of yourself. Pamper yourself, go to a spa, go to a restaurant, go for those events, go and have fun. Do you understand? So you either go on weekends or you go from after work. Now let's get into the cocoa, which is the budgeting, the money. So guys, how am I able to fund this thing? Now, there are three things that you need to note if you want to fund or be able to go to more places, if you want to actually go to more places. Number one, mindset. Now, travel and tourism really is something everybody admires, right? Everybody wants to do. But you see, when you have extra cash, what actually takes your money? When you've paid for your bills, when you've bought your necessities, and you still have maybe you've put some money in savings also, and you still have maybe some extra change on you, what do you spend it on? Now, a lot of people have things that they spend it on, and it's not necessarily going to new places or hanging out with friends or actually eating. Some people spend theirs on beauty products. That is when they realize that, oh, CeraVe just released a new product I need to try out. Some people's own is food. They decide, or people like me, it's food. Haha, yes. And when I have small change like this, if I'm not eating out, I'm eating in, but I'm getting like deliveries. But food takes my money. I'm not even going to lie. You guys think touring takes my money? No, food takes my money. Some people's own is their house. That's when they realize that, oh, there's this painting that I said I was going to buy last month, and then they spend the money on that. So the question is, what exactly is your mindset set on that you spend your extra money on whenever you have that extra money? I know some people will say, I've never had extra. Why are you lying? What do you mean you never had extra money? Is that even possible that you've never ever had extra money to do? See, even if it's 2,000 naira to buy shawarma, that's extra money. That is extra money. We always have extra money when you're done paying for everything. In the end of the whole thing, it's either you end up spending it on something unexpected or you spend it on something random. That's usually what happens to extra money. Because if you go and check your account, you've paid your bills, you notice that the money always finishes. What is eating your money? There's that thing. So you just need to figure out what it is. And if you decide you want to go to more places or eat more food or try new restaurants, then you need to set your mindset so that that is actually what you want to spend your extra money on. Your mindset needs to be set to make sure that food and touring seems like something you enjoy to do or you want to do, so that you're actually willing to remove money to actually do it. Number two is planning. Planning involves actually knowing what it is you want to do, how much it is you plan to spend, how often you want to do it. If you want to travel and tour, for example, when I started, I was only going out once a week and I only went to places within the mainland. If I was going to the island, somebody was taking me to the island, right? But the only places I went to was within the mainland, and I always had a strict budget of, I think, 10,000, 5 to 10,000 naira at that time. Man, there was about 5 to 10,000 naira at that time, and that was like in 2019, 2018, 2019. That's when I really started. So my budget was always between 5 to 10,000 naira. I'd go to Spur. That time Spur used to have their burgers for like 3-5 that time, and their burgers come with like the burger with salad and fries, and then I'd maybe milkshake. That's the milkshake was 800 naira at that time. Those days. Anyway, so I'd go there and then go like get like lunch or something. That was my budget, and I kept it like that then. And guys, I was also earning a lot. I was earning for 50k that time, but I was always willing to take out that money because I always believed that I started from there, which is why now I just spend more. But I started it from then. That was how I started. So you need to plan, and I made sure I did that once. At first, I started it once a month. When my salary increased, I did move this like twice a month. Right now, I still do 2 to 3 times a month. 2 times a month is my major thing, but then sometimes I have miscellaneous, like random hangouts with people that just suddenly come up, or events that I did not plan for that just suddenly come up, and then I have to make leeway for those ones. But ideally, I always do twice a month. If I'm traveling, I don't go anywhere throughout that whole month or the month before, because my whole money goes into that. And if I am traveling, best believe that I've started planning for my trip months before. I've paid for some things months before, because the longer you wait, with the way dollar is going, you would end up spending a lot more than you bargain for if you wait to the last minute to start paying for stuffs. So I do my planning, my research like months before. I start paying for transportation, accommodation, this kind of thing months before, so that it's cheaper for me to actually spend on. So you need to plan so that you don't spend so much money at once if you're traveling. And if you're not traveling, you want to go to different locations, you need to plan so that you know exactly how much you're spending and how much it's going to cost to get to those places. For example, December is coming, guys, and as you guys know, I don't play with my December. I go out a lot in December because everything happens in December. And best believe I started my planning for December in October. I've paid for 2 events now that I know I'm going for. So that is generally how I operate and how I actually think people should operate. Because if you don't think like that, if you don't plan and you just expect the money to, this thing, you would never be able to actually have the money to go for these things. You need to actually properly plan your money, plan your budget before you do that, before you're able to go for this, like go to any of these places, from restaurants to festivals to travels to, you need to properly plan. The final thing is the actual budget. You need to have a budget and stick to your budget. Guys, I think one problem people have is that you are not disciplined enough. Now, you need to do a lot. As I said, plan. That's why planning is important, because if you don't plan, you will never be able to know how much it is these things are going to cost. You need to be able to research very well. And when you do your research, guys, cut your coat according to your size. If, for example, after your planning, you realize that the only money you can spare, or the money you have, is like 20,000 naira, people do not end up looking for an outing on the island in what's this new restaurant, Smith or something. I can't remember the name of this restaurant, but anyway, do not start looking for a Sabor restaurant to go and have your dinner, because you would end up spending your whole money on food, that whole 20k on food alone. How are you planning to transport yourself? Even taking bus to the place is like 2k to 5 to the island. So how do you plan to transport yourself? So you need to make sure that you have a strict budget and you stick to that budget. If your budget is just 10,000 naira, I know you guys think that there's no way you can spend 10,000 naira in Lagos there, but I'm here to tell you that there are still places. If you go to Spur, you can still get their burger and milkshake and spend 10,000 naira. Trust me, you can still do that. If it's too expensive, you can still go to KFC, guys. I know you guys think it's a fast food joint, but the idea isn't to just for the gram. The idea is to do something different and put yourself out there and actually have fun, enjoy your money. That's the idea. So it doesn't always need to be a fancy restaurant for it to create memories or be important. Sometimes you can even just go to a restaurant and get drinks. You don't need to get food. It is all based on your planning and keeping your budget to that plan and including your transport in it. Because I would never understand why you'd budget 20,000 naira for something and not think about how you're going to get to the place and come back. It's just the same way I won't understand why you would go for a concert, you pay for a concert, and not think about how you're planning to come back. Because obviously concerts will run like late into the night, so you need to understand that obviously you would have to pay money. Like you would need to take a cab for safety reasons. It's more sensible to take a cab to your destination, and you need to understand that surges are bound to happen when you go for concerts because of the amount of people there. So you didn't think that into consideration, and then you are stuck there. You now decide to wait there till like morning to get jump bus or something. It's just more stress on you. Properly plan, properly budget, and you'll be able to actually go to more places at affordable rates, because by the time you're done, you would notice that you're spending less than you guys actually think. I hope that I've been able to help you guys with your journey in case you have a plan to actually travel, tour, or explore more locations. I hope I've been able to help you guys to, with some tips and tricks that you guys actually need to actually have some fun in these locations. I have come to the end of this video. Let me know if I was able to help you. Let me know if you have any other questions. Let me know if you need more clarification. Just put it down in the comments. I'm always very quick to respond. I got you. So thank you guys once again for watching this video. Next video, I'm going to take you guys around to another location, to another place. I hope you guys stick with me. And December is coming, so I have so much that is like lined up for me. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. This is your girl signing out till next time. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you've not subscribed yet, and share this video. I will see you in the next episode.